Sometimes I give myself the creeps. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid?
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we come to you from the banks of the Missouri River at Omaha, Nebraska. But tonight we start Week 14 of the NFL season with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Shamrocks of Omaha. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, Ward. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And a nice call and really good execution there, because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps. You know, you don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on it. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
No!
They'll run here with a rookie. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. There he goes, left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone. So that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines to run for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Ward. All his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to the quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
Ready, ready, ready.
They go play action here on first down. And not going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Here we go, set. 33, yellow. Set, cut.
They go back to the ground now with Smith. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That's good.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
To the left side, he's got Warren, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Ready up.
Another Omaha first down. First
Here we
and
go,
goal
here we
at
go.
the 6-yard line.
Smith trying to run for it. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Ready, cut, cut.
A carry here for the big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. His second rushing touchdown on the year and 3rd overall. And the Shamrocks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor. But thank you, Dr. Jones. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll try the left side. Tyson looking to find a lane, but he can't land it at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. When you look at this defense, they come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
Come on, come on. Hit. Tap the 60, tap the 60. Go.
Throwing now, Ward. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get it inside the 10 at the 8. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
First and goal, Tennessee.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes a pretty good lick there as he'll wind up getting about 3. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? So, who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll try and run for it. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand.
Let's go. 50, trouble, 38. You don't go. Ready.
They begin with a run by Smith. And some room to roll now. Now look out. He's to the 20. And all the way in for a touchdown. Rashard Smith. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Shamrocks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
(21-0) our score after 1. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Okay, ready? Get up. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
To throw is Ward. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Ward off the play fake. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Seven Pirates. Here we go. Set.
Now Ward. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Ready? Nice. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
To throw, here's Ward. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And the Titans are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Panthers.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Ready?
Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Ready up.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Ready?
He'll begin with a handoff to Smith. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Smith. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Smash, red. Blaster, six. Hut.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was is working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
69, Rick. 69.
From the gun, here's Ward. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, he'll spot it at the 49.
Gain of 14. And the Titans first down.
They'll run on first down. Tyson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Ready, ready.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
Riggs. Lightning, 18.
They'll keep it on the ground. Tyson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action with Ward. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up
60.
Throwing is Ward. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in his first half. It's a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Let's go now. 19 Tigers. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Hold it ready.
Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
Hawk 70, Hawk.
Here's Ward. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To the air again, Ward. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Chigakakwo there to make the grab. And the Titans are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Shamrocks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Operating from the gun, Ward. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. Going for it, here's Ward. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here's second and 10.
Here we go. Here we ready.
They'll drop the throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. Point after here coming up. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
First down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Set, set.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's across midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. From the 42 now, here's second and 2.
Set, ready. Smash, red, black, 95. Set.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
60 red. 60 red.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Franklin. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Come on, set.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Ready. 33, yellow. Ready.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
45, white.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Ready.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 133 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Let's go. Set.
On third and short, going with a tight end. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's good for an Omaha. First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Titans are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them. My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
18 Cardinal, 18.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's third and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Ward. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Ward to throw once more. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Titans. Chimere Dike with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Titans have cut it back within a score. Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, but the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Shamrocks are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Here we go.
They begin with a quick throw out left. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Let's go. Cowboy X 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Cup 19. Cup 19.
And here's a handoff. And the ball is knocked out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. These two teams met up earlier in the year back in week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there. So they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Ready.
On 2nd down, here's Smith again. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 154 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Here we go. 52 blue. Set.
They'll set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Okay,
yeah,
right?
you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of that a little bit quicker as well.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
A gain of 34 yards. That's another Omaha
Down.
first down.
Set, cut.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Will Mallory with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ready.
To throw is Ward. Open man down the field. That's Iomanner. Touchdown, Titans. Alec Iomanner, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go. Ready.
A first down carry for Smith. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Come on, set. Fight, 60.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Down inside the 20. Wow, 204 yards for him on the ground as this has been a night to remember to this point.
37-yard line.
Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Down the sideline he goes. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Shamrocks get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. But this game they have to go backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
That's complete to DK. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
To throw, here's Ward. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Hut.
He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good. First down.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 217 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
First and 10 at the 38-yard
They keep it with Smith on first down. To the 36-yard line, stop there. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football, and keep the clock ticking.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Hand sight, 33, yellow. Put.
On third down, Smith. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll set up a throw. We'll try to get it. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Titans. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Will that takeaway, partner? Right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They trail by 2 scores in the fourth, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Buffalo 18. Mustang 19. Ready.
Out of the gun, Ward. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
The Titans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now, Ward. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 23 yards on the play. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Let's go. 60 Maverick. Viking 18.
Now Ward. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Come on, come on.
They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here, and not like the last series just didn't happen.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is incomplete.
My good friend, I'm just going to pose the question to you. Did that look like a pass that he should have thrown?
Now the rookie probably needs to be a little bit more careful in these situations.
Yeah, that throw will turn him into a veteran quicker, but not in the way that he wants. He wants to learn his lessons by making good throws, not throws like that.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Shamrocks are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. The end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Here's Ward. Side here, and it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. Throwing is Ward. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to it as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Heavy snap. He certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
From the gun, Ward. Now he's going to step up and run. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Fourth down, 10 yards to go. Going for it, here's Ward. He's got the open man, it's Manor. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Now he'll tuck this and run. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. A great play there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Titans have got it back to within a score. So a big 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming for the Titans.
Come on.
They'll look to throw. It's caught at the 1.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Here we go. Red, yellow, ready, go. Set.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Smith up the middle. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Black 40. Black Ultra.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Get it. Let's go.
Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
6 yards.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. On 1st down, Tyson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
Now 1st and goal.
19, Hawk 70, Hawk 7.
He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock.
At the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. He'll try to pick it up, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40.
Green Jack, here we go, set. Hut, hut.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end.
What's happening? What's happening? Hey, it's your boy Lil Jon. The Pick Your Me Click. What's up, Phony? What's happening? What's up, Sean Paul? What's happening? Hey, now ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time to turn this thing on out. Now let me see everybody do this.